Oh, snaps.
Yes.
Oh, snaps.
Yes.
We are back in action. Episode 2 of the Drum Brigade podcast. Oh, yes. I am Corey Kingston Horn. Sitting across from me is Filthy, Philadelphia, fantastic, Funky Phil Pardell.
That's me.
What's up, Phil?
You're what's up. Constantly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are here in beautiful San Diego, California, in the Beat Locker, recording episode 2 of the Drum Brigade podcast. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So let me let you guys in on some information on how to listen to this here podcast. All right. So you can get this show on all the platforms, on iTunes, on Stitcher, on SoundCloud, on TuneIn, on YouTube, and on drumbrigade.com. All those platforms you can listen to this podcast. We also have the Drum Brigade show. It's a web show coming soon. You can watch that and subscribe to our YouTube page for our web show content. Also, we will be having a Patreon, so you can support us there. We'll have exclusive content for you on the Patreon for our subscribers, our supporters only, exclusive content for you guys on our Patreon. So hit the like button on all our social media, all of it, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Just subscribe so you know exactly what we're doing at the right time. Right, Phil?
Darn tootin'.
All right, before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about Drum Brigade. Drum Brigade is a community, it's a family, a place for drummers, drum enthusiasts, future drummers, and people who are just plain into music and culture to be among like-minded individuals. Drum Brigade is a way to support each other as fellow drummers, but also a means to push each other to excel and expand horizons in a spirit of camaraderie rather than negative competition. Drum Brigade has products, events, as well as educational lessons and videos. We provide sticks, T-shirts, stickers, lessons, as was mentioned, events, as was mentioned, sheds, community events, all kinds of things. You name it, we do it all for our community in the Drum Brigade. Drum Brigade is the brotherhood of drums. But the question is, are you part of the brigade? For more information, please visit drumbrigade.com. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Funky Phil.
What?
Are you ready?
Heck yes.
All right, let's get into it. That's right.
Did you make that beat?
I did.
Of course you did.
I made all the beats. Well, you actually made the drum games beat, but we don't use that one on this show. We'll use that on the web show.
Yeah.
That was my favorite because Felix was dancing with Drum Brigade sticks.
Oh, yes. He tends to do.
That was so awesome. Dude, the picture you sent me or you showed me the other day of him on that giant ball.
Wait.
And he's in his room, dude. Phil sends me this picture of his son laying on one of those workout balls. What are those things called? Pilates balls or something?
I don't know. Yeah, they're those giant inflatable rubber balls that people sit on and do exercise with.
Yeah. And he's naked, right? Or he just has a t-shirt on.
No, he's totally butt naked. Yeah. That's how I woke up. I came out of my room and I looked in my son Felix's room and he was just there wrapped around the laying on top of this ball with his arms straight above his head, just laying on it and bouncing.
How old is he? 3?
He's 4.
4.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so awesome. These are the things, man. I don't have any kids, but these are what I'm always telling my wife. These are the reasons why I like the idea of having a kid, because it's just I'd be dying laughing the whole time.
It's a hoot. Yeah. It's endless entertainment. Really.
My wife and I were at this convention a couple weeks ago, and we were sitting down, and there's this kid, the parents were like giving him soup, and they were like being typical parents, like, hey, you got to finish your soup, eat your soup. And he was like, you could tell he was just like, he wanted to play. And they're like, come on, finish your soup. Come on, and they kept giving it to him. And you could tell he was like over it, but they kept giving it to him. And like 5 seconds later, he's like jumping around, and then he just like stops. And I'm like, what's he doing? And dude, just projectile throws up like all over the place, dude. Like a fire hose of throw up, dude. And I'm just like, bro. And the mom is just like, oh my gosh, like freaking out. And I'm hysterical laughing. Like, I'm like, these are the reasons. This is the reason why I would like to have a kid. It's hilarious. And then like 5 seconds later, she cleans them all up, gets them like changed. 5 seconds later, does it again, dude. Like all over the place again.
Of course.
Oh my gosh. I was hysterical laughing, dude. It was so funny. Yeah. So how's your week going, man? How's your week last week? Did you play any good gigs?
I actually didn't play a single gig since we last met. Yeah. Super weird week, but I really enjoyed it. It was really weird. Dang. It was like all the stars aligned. All of the bands I play with, everyone was out of town at the same time.
That's the first time, dude. We've been doing this show for a year, or at least. That's the first time I've ever heard you say that. Ever.
Yeah, it was actually, I really enjoyed it. I had a week off. I got to hang out with Felix all week. We did fun stuff. We went to the zoo yesterday. On? Yes.
Okay, good.
He normally has clothes on. He just, he likes to take his time getting dressed.
I mean, yeah, doesn't any guy? Like, yeah, man.
No, it was good, man. I had a really good, chill week. I got some good, relaxing time in. I mean, I really needed it after this summer, man. I was just like you, going full bore.
Yeah.
Just, more. I'd have like one day off where I wasn't playing in a week.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like, well, after last week, dude, like last week when we were doing our catch up, you were like, man, I'm burnt.
Yeah.
And like, if it seemed like you needed some time off, you needed like a good time off, but
I did do some video stuff though.
Yes. A 1-minute lesson.
Video. I did a new 1-minute lesson, which you
got to drop tomorrow. Out. Yeah. It'll drop the same day as this podcast. So that's cool. Yeah. That's a good 1-minute lesson video. I've seen it. So
yes.
I don't think I can do it though. That seems hard.
You didn't try the beat yet?
No. I didn't really try it. I didn't like really break it down. I watched it for like from an entertainment perspective, like, oh, that's really good.
You should just try it on a song randomly tonight at your gig. It sounds like a good idea.
I have to play like the quietest gig ever known to man, like tonight. It's like so quiet. And they're still like, yeah, you guys sound great. Can you like turn it down a little bit, please? Just like, dude, I'm playing with like pencils. Like I'm like touching my drum with like a feather, and it's still
play with your fingertips.
Yeah. So no gigs, man. That is crazy. See, this is the thing, man. When I have a week like that, I'm like stoked to do stuff, but I'm like also panicking because I'm like, there's no money coming in. What am I gonna do? Like I'm freaking out. And then when I have a weekend off or something, my wife is always like, cool, let's go away. And then I'm spending money on top of that, on top of not making money. Oh, my goodness. That's my recipe for like a soapbox.
Yeah.
I had some really, really dope gigs. Now,
What'd you
not
do?
Not trying to brag. They weren't huge gigs by any means, but I played 2 gigs for the first time with my new band, Shuffle and Bang.
Yes.
And one of them was out of town. It wasn't far. It was just in TJ. But got to go with my dad to like a different country. Never done that.
Oh, man.
So that's cool. Like he got to experience. Dude, I have to tell you about this show. So, okay, let me just break this down. Like I played some other gigs with the Schmucky Metals bands, but we don't need to talk about that because you guys all know, and I don't really want to push the button for a soapbox right now. So anyways, we're like, what was I gonna say? So we do this. We do our first gig in like a little courtyard in San Diego in Balboa Park, and I'm kind of nervous, but it went like as good as it could have gone. It was just super mellow, super cool, super chill, and it had like an amazing reaction. Like people were coming in from the park like, what the heck is going on in here?
Yes.
And like tipping us, putting like tip money in the tip jar. they thought we were going to show up with a trio. We showed up with an 8-piece band.
Nice.
And so like full on, dude, percussion, 3 horns. Like we did our full band, and it was dope. And my dad did a great job. Okay, so anyways, that was that. We're all excited, and then we have to go play TJ the next day. So like that day, I tried to sleep in and like relax and get some work done, and then I had a shed in the morning with one of the dudes that's coming on today, Kevin, and then Matt Smith and Phil. Oh wait, Phil didn't come.
Dang it.
And Fig. Oh wait, Fig didn't come. Super low key, like really cool, really fun shed, like really, really great drummers. It was dope. And then straight from there, I got in a van and went to Mexico and played TJ. Okay, so my whole point, I'm like totally taking a detour on this, telling you about my day, but my dad like goes out there and does his thing. Like kind of nails it. Like hits the ball out of the park, looks sharp, like the whole thing. Dude, my dad is like 61, I think, or 62. That fool he's still got it.
Oh yeah. Big time.
Dude, he's still got it, bro. Like
he does not look that old either.
Harder than me. Like dude, whenever I play gigs, dude, I must just have the face that don't talk to me, you know, like that face, like the stop talking to me, that kind of face. Gosh. But my dad, dude, this fool. That fool, dude, my dad, like, there was chicks coming up to my dad all night, dude, and like hugging up on him, like barely speaking English and being like, I love your voice. Your voice is so great. Like, he was like blown away. I was blown away. But he was just like, I've never hugged so many women in my life. I'm like, shut up, Dad. I'm like, you know that's wrong. You know you're lying about that. But like, yeah, dude. Like, seriously, that dude, like, I mean, I had maybe like 3 people come up to me and like try to take pictures and be like, yeah, I loved your band. You know, and they know me from like going out there with Hepcat or with Western Standard Time or something. But that was my dad's first time being out there. That's my dad's first time like playing out of LA or like out of Temecula. Like, my dad doesn't play anywhere.
Oh man, that must have been so fun.
Actually, I don't want to say that. He doesn't not play anywhere. He hasn't been out of town in a long time. And like, so first time in Mexico, like nothing but females going up to him and being like, yo, can I get a picture with you? Can I give you a hug? Like, crazy, dude. Crazy. So that was my gig. That was super fun, man. It was so good. It was just really cool. We went down with like a smaller band, like no percussion, we only had 2 horns. But people like were definitely feeling it, and I hope it leads to bigger and better things. I hope we can tour. But then the thing is with my stinking dad, man, is he has like some health problems. He's not, you know, super young, so he's been in and out of the hospital with like, you know, some kind of pretty major problems. And he's so we did this 2-day like little tour or whatever, and the next day he was back in the hospital. And so he's like, he needs to figure some stuff out and get it dialed in before we can like really do a tour, because he can't handle it. But we'll see. So yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, but all in all, like, he pulled it together to do the gig, and so that was really fantastic. Like, the gig went really well, and it was like he got to kind of experience, like, in a 1-day form, like what it feels like to kind of be on tour and like hurry up and wait, you know, and like have a lot of downtime. So like we one of the things we did is like we went to the movies in Mexico.
What?
Dude, we kind of got it all wrong out here. Mexico is like straight up on point, like with their stuff. Like, you don't think so, but TJ's coming up, man. So we went to this theater, and it was huge. It was like super clear, super crisp, super clean. I like the band paid for all 6 guys to go to the movies, and it was like $22. It was like $6 each to go to the movies.
That's amazing.
So yeah, so we did that. So yeah, it was just all in all, it was cool. My dad got to see what was up and got to experience like traveling and touring. Even though it wasn't far, it was like just far enough, and he got like a taste of it. Now he's like, I'm ready to work, man. I'm like, yeah, but you're right back in the hospital. Like you gotta like figure this out, you know, like you can't go hard. Like we got to gear up for that, but we don't have anything booked right now, but you know, we'll see.
Is he doing okay though?
I think so. He's got some like doctor's visits coming up this week. And then he has some treatments that he's going to like help him. My dad has heart problems and he has diabetes. So like without going into detail with that, he's just, yeah, he has to fix that. It's really dangerous and really worrying us a lot. But he'll pull it together. I'm pretty confident. Like when he's determined, he can pull it together. He just has to stick to like a clean diet. So he will. So anyways, yesterday was a holiday, man. Did you do anything fun?
I went to the zoo just for
work
fun.
At the zoo? Oh,
just for fun. No, I just went there with Felix and Charlotte. That was her last day. My wife Charlotte plays at the zoo also.
Nice.
She just does like solo. She plays solo and sings. She plays guitar and sings songs in a specific area.
Don't ask her for requests.
Do not. Yeah, no, she's not into that. I don't really know anyone that is.
Yeah,
But it was great, man. Yeah, we just cruised around and saw a bunch of animals and of all sorts.
Which zoo did you go to? Safari Park or
San Diego Zoo?
San Diego Zoo.
And we got a snow cone.
Nice.
For Felix's first snow cone, and it was insane. The snow cone there is like the ball of ice was as big as his head.
Oh my gosh.
And that is not an exaggeration. It was huge. I ordered 2 thinking,
dude,
oh, normal snow. This is insanely big. Neither of us could finish ours.
Was he like, he was just freaking out? He's never had a snow cone before?
No. First one ever. He loved it.
I can only imagine, dude.
Nah, it was really good. Yeah, we had a really laid back, good day. How about you?
We went to San Diego too, like downtown. Went to Old Town San Diego. I didn't know it was like how it was. Super dope. Like, dude, if you guys ever come to San Diego or live in San Diego and haven't gone to Old Town, it's really dope.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like you're straight up in Mexico, but like in the olden days. There's like a lot of like old-fashioned candy shops and like cool like pottery shops, and there's like museums, and there's like people like making tortillas like on the street, and like it's so dope, dude.
Those are so good.
Oh my gosh. And like, yeah, so we just like walked around through there. We also went to Liberty Station and in Point Loma in San Diego and walked around there. I just had a date with my wife, and it was like it was a cool day off. So it was a much needed, like, my wife too has been like burnt out and just like needed a day off. So we just did that. We just did that and like didn't do anything with music. Actually, that's a lie. Gosh, I worked a little in the morning and like made some beats and sent some emails and did my usual stuff. And then we left in the afternoon. And then when I got home, I did some more. But I still, like, you know how it is. You're always doing something. You're always like creating something or whatever. So yeah, it was a nice day though. It was like cool. But it's funny that you guys were at the zoo, because we were like on the way there. We were like, we should get zoo passes again, because we used to have them. And she's like, yeah, that would be fun, but we didn't do it.
Yeah, it's totally worth it though. Those, you know, because you can go to the safari park too.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah,
that's awesome. Cool. I love that place.
Yeah, the zoo's cool, man. The zoo's cool. Did you get any new gear?
Did I get? No. I mean, I monkeyed with that 15 that.
Oh yeah.
You insist is only allowed to be tuned low.
Yes. And I saw that on your video that it is tuned low.
I did tune it low for that.
And it sounded glorious.
It does. It sounds glorious. I think it sounds glorious in any tuning, pretty much.
Well, it is a vessel snare.
It's true. Yeah, they are fantastic.
Sweet.
No, what, did you get anything?
Well, yes and no. So I didn't get them yet, but I have something pretty substantial ordered, and they're coming any day.
What?
And I freaking can't wait.
What?
Phil.
What?
Got 2 new Zildjian K dry, special dry, a ride and a crash coming.
Oh yeah, I know the exact ones you're talking about. We went to Guitar Center.
Yeah,
we
I
had a
wish I
Guitar
had a
Center
boo
date,
button.
and Corey got to play around with it.
Yeah. So the
Which
21-inch ride K special dry, cannot wait to get that cymbal. And then I haven't actually tested, but I'm getting a 19-inch special dry crash.
Ooh.
And I've only listened to them on the Zildjian website, and I've only watched YouTube videos on them. And I can't figure out if I want an 18 or a 19. And then I went to bed one night like 18. And then I woke up in the morning and watched the same videos, and I'm like, nope, 19.
I mean, I would say 20.
Yeah. And, well, the 20.
But 19 sounds rad, too.
So I thought about the 20, but when I listened to the videos for the 20, it was like not even close to what I was looking for. It was too like breathy and like too dark. And I need something that is versatile. So if it was like I was only going to be using these cymbals for jazz 100%, then I would be getting a 20. But I need to be able to like crash on both of these, like in ska bands and then maybe schmucky metal band. Like I need a different setup. I feel like I love my cymbals, but I need more variation. That's why I got these ordered.
Nice.
So like right now I just have like a general versatile setup. Like a 18-inch K hybrid, and then what's my ride? An A or a K? It's just a standard. I think it's like an Amir.
A
21-inch
Sweet Ride?
Sweet Ride, that's what
Yeah.
it is. A Sweet Ride, yeah. Gosh, how could I not remember that?
I don't know.
And then I had an A Custom that I just sold. A Custom 20-inch ride.
That thing was bright.
Yeah, and I was trying to use
Shiny.
that as like a crashable ride, but it's just not. My taste has changed a lot. And then I have a Custom Rezo, and I want some darker, quicker, like sustaining cymbals.
Yeah.
Like I don't want the sustain to last as long, and I don't want them to be as bright.
Nice.
So that's why I ordered 2 new Ks.
Ah,
special
man, I'm
dries.
excited. Can't wait to see
can't
those
wait.
and hear them.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Got to do a review.
Yeah, I'll do a review on those. I can't
the
wait for
video.
those because they're so different. That's completely opposite of what I would probably use. But I've wanted some jazzy cymbals for a while. And like what did it was your ride. I had like a session on one of and I needed a jazz ride or jazzier ride. I don't know what that ride was. Was it a Minel?
Istanbul.
Agap. Yes.
With the green. It was like the signature with the it's got like the green label on it.
Yes.
Those are so good.
Oh, that cymbal was beautiful.
Yeah.
And so that's when I was like, I think it's time.
Yeah.
I think it's time. So, very cool. All right. Well, so anything else substantial or like unique that happened to you or you did this week?
Not particularly. No, man. It was I had a really mellow week. It was good.
That's awesome.
I really needed that.
I wish I could do that and make money at the same time.
Me too.
I would just be like riding bikes and then like going swimming in the ocean and probably
Dang.
going to Disneyland
That sounds good. Let's do that.
and making money while doing it.
Sign me up. Let's
I
go.
would throw my phone off a cliff and like just have at it. Yeah, I'd just ride my bike into the sunset. All right. We have a guest this week, and it is going to happen. If it doesn't happen this week, Phil, so help me. So help me. So help me. We're gonna bring on a special drummer, one of our buddies. He's an incredible drummer, man. Plays with Jeff Rosenstock. I think his name is. Gosh, that sounded so stupid. I'm pretty sure his name is Jeff Rosenstock. He's never home. He's always on tour. So that's why I'm excited to have this dude on. We're going to bring on Kevin Higuchi.
The Gooch.
Let's do this.
Drum Brigade.
Yes, sir. We got Kevin Higuchi on the line. What is up, Kevin?
What's up?
Dude, everybody calls you the Gooch.
The Gooch.
There's like half people call me that and half people don't.
Oh, really? Why do people call you that? Because your last name is Higuchi?
Yeah, my last name's Higuchi. That's generally why people call me that. But it was just from, I don't know. I feel like most people that call me Gooch are people who know me like when I had dreads. And then now the people who just, I don't know. Later in my life, I've just been like, yeah, I guess this is Kevin.
Like when you cut your dreads off, yeah, you just kind of just became Kevin.
Drop the Gooch.
Yeah, I think so. You know,
like
you
look more like you look more like just Kevin, dude. You had the longest dreads ever, though.
Yeah,
crazy. Weren't they like they were like dragging on the floor, weren't they?
Yeah, when I cut them off, they were like dragging on the floor.
Oh, how much did you weigh them after you chopped them off?
I didn't weigh them, but we weighed them one time. I think they weighed out to be like 3 pounds.
Oh my gosh,
like that.
Dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Constantly like on your neck. Dude, that's like, constantly like weighing down your neck, I should say. Like my brother has dreads and he cuts them like they're still really long, but they were like to the like middle of his legs. And then he grooms them. Yeah, he grooms them. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Dang.
Dude,
I bet your neck muscles must be swole. Like got a 6-pack back there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's awesome, dude. Like that takes so much commitment though to be like, if I cut these off, it's going to take like 20 years to get them this long, or like what? Like 11, 15 years or something to get them that long again.
I had them for 17.
Oh God.
Yeah, but I think part of it was me just like, dude, I was like done. I was ready to not have them anymore.
Really?
I don't know why. Like I when I had them, I had all these like nightmares and that like, you know, like just like I'd have like, oh my God, like I'd have to cut them off, or oh my God, like I lost one, or one got stuck somewhere that I had to cut them off. But like, dude, like once I cut them off, I was like, man, it's almost like I never had them.
Wow. Yeah, it's like it's kind of like I gotta admit, dude, I was pretty bummed when you cut him off. I was just like, dude, why would he do that? Like, that's so many years of commitment. But like, then I was just like, when I saw you, I was like, actually looks pretty good, man. You got like, you know, it's like, it just like looks fine. You just look like a, you know, normal guy with a normal like haircut, you know, it's cool.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, to be honest too, like it's weird because like, I don't know, you have something for so long and you get really attached to it, but at the same time, like, yeah, you got to like flip things up in your life.
Yeah.
You know, like I was always thinking about that. I was like thinking, well, I dreaded my hair when I first like started doing music full time, like when I dropped out of school.
Mm-hmm.
And I made this conscious choice. I was like, yeah, man, I want to do that. And like, while I had my dreads, I felt like that was the only way like I was identified. I was like, all right, I was that Asian dude that plays drums that has dreads.
Yeah.
I also thought about him as like, it's like a really distinct way that when people meet me, they immediately remember me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was like, if I get rid of these things, I'm just going to get lost in the shuffle. You know what I mean? Cause like, I'll just be this ordinary looking dude. But like part of me was like, dude, come on, man. Like, you can't have this crutch your whole life.
Yeah, I don't think it's like that either. You know, like it's like you're you, dude, and like you just happen to be the dude that had really long dreads. But
yeah,
I don't think anybody was like homies with you or like hired you because of that. It was like they hired you because you're a dope drummer, dude, and like you look how you look. It's like that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So, but like, yeah, I mean, that could also go the other way of like typecasting. I don't know if that ever happened to you, but like like I recommended you. I think I like when I bailed from Sharp Shock, I was like, I told the guys, hey, like this is the dude. Like you should just hire this dude for a tour or something. I don't remember what it was, but I think it was a tour. And that happened where they were like, I'm sure he's a great drummer, but like I'm not sure if his look is right. Cause it was like and I'm like, that's an old picture, dude. He doesn't have dreads anymore. Like and it was like they didn't want like a reggae looking dude in the band. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Sure.
And it I'm like, dude, it's you shouldn't do that, but it probably had that effect, for you, the opposite direction. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe that's a good thing, you know what I mean? Like it just naturally weeds out people who are like looking for things for the wrong reasons, you know what I mean? Like
It's true.
who knows, like I don't want to go into like a situation or a gig where I'm just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, I don't have the look. What does that mean, man? Like I thought we were here to make music together, but whatever.
Yeah. I always feel like that too. Like, dude, I always get typecast as a gospel drummer. Like, and I'm like, dude, I didn't grow up playing in church. Like, I'm not that kind of guy, but it is what it is. I always have to fight against that. Like when I'm like talking to companies or something, they just think I'm like Ray or Kiki or something, like trying to get free stuff.
Dang it.
Little like,
that's so
whatever.
That's so funny because
Josiah
I've only known you for like what you are, like because I found out about you because of listening to bands that you played with, and I was like, dude, this guy is like unreal with like the reggae and ska drumming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thanks,
and then
man.
I was like, and then like when I would watch you play, I was like, dude, he's got that other chops too. You know what I mean? But the beauty of it was like that was so subdued. You know what I mean? Like the forefront was like, yo, I'm just gonna play this music the way it's supposed to be played, like the right way. And I was like, dude, like down to like the way you tune and hit your drums too. And I was like, yeah, this guy knows what's going on. And then when I got to know you, I was like, and we do sheds and stuff like that, I was like, dude, he can play everything,
Oh man. Well, that's cool.
Don't watch me too carefully, all right? I'm still working on it myself. I'm always working on that thing.
Dude, do you know who Jeff Endyke is?
No, who's that?
Oh my gosh, he's amazing.
You got to watch that episode.
He's amazing. He's like our hero, dude.
Sick. He's like a Brigade hero.
He's a Brigade hero, and he doesn't even know it, dude. He doesn't even
That's
know
tight. He's like the forefather. He's the first one.
He says like all of his like sayings and like drops just sum up my life, dude. Like
I'm still working on it myself. How do you work on that?
Oh,
yeah,
man.
dude. Check out how he tunes his drums. This is my favorite. Wait, that's a
Do
good
the
one.
with the
This
toms.
is a better one.
Dude, man, you guys have stepped up the game. You got like sound clips and stuff. This is dope.
There goes my career.
Dude, Jeff Endyke is the man, dude. He's our homie.
Oh, man.
He doesn't know that we love him so much, but
He doesn't even know we exist.
talking about a guy that like owns like, how to tune and hit his drums, dude. Freaking Jeff Endyke.
Pop, pop.
Dude,
Oh,
this is ill, dude. This has gone so much better than I could have imagined.
That's awesome, dude. So like, what's like happening with you right now? You're leaving next week for tour, right?
Yeah. I leave next week. Going out with the band I play with, which is Jeff Rosenstock. We are going out to Europe.
Nice.
For 2.5 weeks. Yeah. Got that coming up. Let's see what else. It's how it is. Like when you tour, it's like everything is scheduled, but it's all like in the future. But like, so your life is basically just waiting for that stuff to happen when you're home.
Yeah, totally.
While trying to like balance your home life. But let's see. We're going out to Australia in December.
Wow.
Damn.
Same group. And then we also have some off dates pickled in between there. Some stuff after Christmas. And then in January, we're going out with in the U.S. with Joyce Manor. Do you know that band?
I don't think so.
They're on Epitaph. They're from Long Beach. They're great. They're our homies, man. Like we all started like in the same place. We were all in bands on Asian Man Records, which was
Okay.
Mike Park's label.
Yeah.
And then all the bands have started like picking up some steam and some whatever. And yeah, Joyce and Manor got signed to Epitaph, and they just put a new record out. And yeah, we're really looking forward to going on the road with them.
That's dope.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be good. And
Dude,
then at the end of that, what was that?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
At the end of that run too, yeah, I think, yeah, we got some other stuff planned too. Whatever.
That's
what were
cool.
you saying?
I was just saying you've been riding that out like for a while, and like it's like really happening, dude. You're doing some, like, I see some pictures online. It's like, dude, I'm like, look at this dude, man. They've like, I remember like, I don't remember specifically when you started up with him, but like, I know you've been with Jeff Rosenstock for a long time, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's a pretty interesting thing, actually. Well, like, I don't know if a lot of people know, but like, I'm from the Bay Area, from San Jose, and I moved out here to San Diego like 5 or 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. And like, one of the reasons why I moved is because like I wasn't happy like with my life. Like, it's hard for me because my family and everybody, and I grew up in San Jose, so like my whole life was there. And I, growing up there, like, I joined bands, and I was in other bands that were signed and toured and did that kind of stuff too. But like, I became really unhappy with like the way my life was going there. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't like some of the stuff I was doing musically. Like, it didn't feel right ethically or like naturally. You know what I mean?
For music specific.
Yeah. Like, I felt like I was in a bunch of projects where like the music wasn't the most important thing. You know what I mean? There were other issues, that I don't really want to go into. Mm-hmm. But and so I was like talking, and a lot of my closest friends, which were musicians too, they were all moving. Going to LA, going to San Diego, and I was like, dude, I think I'm going to follow suit. So I like started making plans to do that. But like a year before I moved from San Jose, I met Jeff. Actually, I got called because he was working on a record with Mike Park. They were doing a new Bruce Lee band record, and Mike called me. He's like, what are your chances you can come into the studio and knock out the drums on this record that we're doing? He's like, it's a ska record. He's like, I know you can do it. I was like, okay. So like, I went in and did it, and then that's how I met Jeff. And Jeff's like, we clicked, and he was like, yeah, we should keep in touch. I'm like, yeah, totally. And he's like, you live in San Jose? I'm like, yeah, but I'm actually planning on moving next year to San Diego. And he's like, oh, we'll see what happens. And I didn't really know who Jeff was.
Really?
You know what I mean? When I met him, I didn't know anything he had done. He had been known for doing this band Bomb the Music Industry, mm-hmm. which was like a really interesting story that we can't even get into now because I'll talk for an hour on that. Yeah, so I didn't really know anything about him, but Mike was like, yo, he's a good guy to keep in contact with. He's got a good thing going musically and everything. And I was like, cool. So fast forward a couple of years, when I moved to San Diego, I was just down here just trying to hustle, like get gigs and do what we all do down here,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just trying to make music and make money so we could stay here.
Yeah. Basically what Phil and I do every week. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, after being here for a couple of years, Jeff hit me up and he was like, hey man, he's like, I was hoping you'd possibly want to do this tour with me. He's like, we'll be doing my solo stuff, because he disbanded Bomb the Music Industry. And he's like, I'm just working on some personal stuff, some solo stuff. And I was like, yeah. So I agreed to do that with him. And that tour that we were going to do was with a band called Lemuria. It actually got canceled. So he was like, why don't I just fly you to the Bay Area, and we're going to record a record. So I went out to the Bay Area to record this record with him. And I was stoked. Yeah. Cause I could like see my family, cause I had just moved. And I recorded the record with him, and we did a little tour around it that he had booked, and it was like a DIY tour. And I was really looking forward to that kind of world, the DIY punk world. And we ended up like getting signed to Sidle and Dummy. And
nice.
Like when that record came out, yeah, like we hit the ground running and just started touring hard. And yeah, it was really nice. Like immediately working with Jeff, like he made me very comfortable in the studio, which is like a big thing, because like he's a producer too. He produces records. And it was like really inspiring to like work with him. And then also like, just like I felt that, that love for like music again. I was like, okay, this ethically, everything feels good. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to the stuff we're doing. And on top of that, it was like super challenging, like musically. Like we learned these tunes, they were really difficult, and then we tracked them live to tape. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So like, we're not talking like I went in there and like tracked and like, oh, let's punch that, let's do that. It was like, nah, dude, like we're doing this, like bass, drums, rhythm guitars, like live to tape.
That
you
is
know,
dope.
it was crazy. So like, it didn't even settle in until after we finished tracking. I was like, whoa, dude, like there was like not a lot of room for error.
Yeah.
Like he had a lot of confidence in me. You know what I mean? So
That sounds like so
yeah.
similar to the situation that like my situation with Sharp Shock and with Suede Head is like the same,
Yeah.
like same level, like labels. I mean, like, and the similar recording situation. Like our singer was, he's an engineer and a producer as well. And like,
Yeah.
and so, man, it's like, it's really cool. Like when you work with somebody like that, cause then you can kind of, you feel like you're being creative and you're being challenged and like you're keeping up with like, you know, moving forward creatively and musically and like, and then it like, it's also like it covers your bases on like social media and stuff. It looks good when you're on tour. It looks good when you're not playing in like a cover band or something. You're doing something like relevant, and that's all dope,
Like
dude.
that's amazing. Yeah. And I feel like for me as a drummer too and a musician, it's always been that way with me. Like I come in and I do my thing and they're like, that's awesome. And then I build a good relationship with them. And then I like to build from there. I'm not the type of drummer to like, you know, like get like the big gig, you know what I mean? Like just like drop in on like I mean, it's not, let's not say it hasn't happened, but like, that's not really my thing. I really like starting things from the ground and building them up, you know what I mean? And feeling, and this one is truly probably the first time it's ever happened. And I can't even like say that to the fullest because it's really Jeff. He's really built it himself, you know? But I felt really good that I was included in the beginning, and I've ridden the wave with him. Like we started playing in small, you know, DIY spaces where there were like 100 kids there to like, we're going on tour, like opening on a package, you know, and we're playing like bigger rooms with like, you know, 5 to 1,000.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we're headlining our own tour and we're playing like 300 to 500. Yeah. And then we headline again and it's like we're playing 500 to 1,000 cap rooms. And it's like, man, like what is going on here? And it's just like the whole time. It's funny. My guitar player in the group, the lead guitar player, Mike Huguenot, he's from San Jose too. I met him with Jeff and I had no idea like the music scene he was from in San Jose, but we like realized that when I lived in San Jose, we lived 2 blocks from each other.
No way.
What?
And we didn't like know each other. We didn't like hang out. And it's like, now he and I have like traveled all over the world together. And it's funny. We have like this inside joke thing that like, you know, like when we're doing things like say we play like a big festival or something and we're just like, yo, dude, like, how did this happen? You know what I mean? And we just like always like look at each other and smile. We're just like, dude, it doesn't matter. I'm just really happy to be here with you. You know, like
that is so like, awesome. That is so awesome. That is like, it's hard to explain, but like for people that don't do what we do, it's like they don't understand that. That's like what everything is about, you know, for us as musicians, or like absolutely. Even for this show, it's like being able to talk about or experience things like that. It's like when I was touring like all the time with Agrolites, it would like, I would come home and I would feel like those guys know me better than my wife knows me, you know, because they've been with me, like we've traveled the world together, you know, and maybe not anymore.
Yeah.
Like, my wife and I have been married for 13 years, and we've done a lot of traveling and stuff. But like for a while, dude, like when I was really touring with him, I was like a newlywed. And I would always be like, dude, like the same thing. Like, how did a kid from like Lake Elsinore, I'm like in some weird place in like Finland or something. I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, you know, it's like, it's such a rad experience. And like to be able to experience that, like from the ground up, like you're saying, like starting a band, you know, playing, you know, we all know there's like nights where you're playing to no one, or you're like, your friends and family are the only people that are in the audience. And then to grow that to like, you know, where these people on the other side of the world are singing your lyrics and they know your drum fills, and you know, it's like that is really huge. That's like really that's cool, man.
It's insane. Yeah, it's like you're right though. Like you kind of like come home and you're like, man, I feel like I live with my bandmates more than I live with my own roommate. You know what I mean? Or like that kind of stuff. Like you end up having years where you spend more time on the road than you do at home, which is absolutely insane to me. Yeah. But like, I really enjoy being on the road. You know what I mean? And I really, I really enjoy it. out of all the bands I've toured with, like I love touring with the band I tour with. Like we've found a good thing, you know what I mean? Like we have a good family vibe on the road. And Thomas Pridgeon said this the other day. I was watching a YouTube video that he did where someone was like, how do you balance your personal life at home
Wait, who?
and with a constant Thomas Pridgeon?
I don't know that fool.
This fool sucks.
You know Tom.
This fool. Just kidding. All right, good. Sorry. Just kidding.
Which is funny because actually I grew up with Thomas. We used to go to like the NAMM show and stuff together when we were kids because he's from the Bay, you know?
Oh, I didn't know.
So when he got like mega famous, I was like, I knew it was coming. I mean, that guy was like, he had like a Zildjian endorsement when he was like 8 years old or something like that. He won the Guitar Center drum off when he was like in elementary school. I knew he was going to be like mega huge, but like when it happened, I was just like, whoa, Mars Volta, huh?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, he did a thing, and someone asked him like how he balances his personal life at home with a busy touring schedule, and he said the best thing. He was like, I just like to only go on tour where the people I go on tour with feel like family. And I was like,
that's a great.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man. I was like, yeah, because he gets it. Because only people who tour a lot would just naturally come to that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It was crazy. And I was like, dude, like I couldn't wait to tell everyone when I went back out on the road, you know, that's how it is. And like our crew is small, you know what I mean? We don't have like a huge touring crew. Like our merch and tour manager is my singer's wife.
Oh, that's
so like
cool.
It's very family oriented, and she like takes care of us. And like, dude, yeah, like I talk to her about everything. Like when I go on the road, like I talk to her about like problems I'm having when I'm home. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like she's therapy for me. It's great. And I mean, as long with everybody else too, not just her, everybody, you know, we're all supportive of each other.
That's like really, dude, that's like, you're in like the best case scenario, man. Like, cause I've done so many tours where it's not like that. And you're just trying to get through the tour. Like I've had times where like I've wanted to like do something wrong so I can get deported and have to go home. Like I've been miserable on tour before, like where I'm just like, you know, there's obviously times where you're stoked and you're having a great time, but yeah, like I definitely felt like that with Sharp Shock, man. I felt like and with Suedehead, like I felt like those dudes, like all I knew was touring with Hepcat and touring with Agrolites, and I felt like the Agrolite guys were my brothers, you know, like my bros, and we would fight like brothers, and then we'd be cool, like, you know, like, and we'd laugh and have fun and stuff. But like it felt like a lot of times that feeling wasn't mutual. And then it felt like it just, the bad was outweighing the good. Like some of the dudes left that I was really close with, and things just started changing, and I wasn't really like feeling it anymore. So, but with Hepcat, you know, I come in as a hired gun, so they make me feel like welcome when I'm on tour. But when you're not with them, then you're just a fan, you know. And so, with Suedehead and with Sharp Shock, those dudes were like, it was very tight, and we had like a close relationship with each other. Like before we'd go on stage, we'd try to have like a moment of like peace, you know, and like kind of hype each other up before we'd walk on stage, and like have that connection of like, you know, that's the other thing that people don't understand is you're forming like a relationship or like a connection with people, you know, through creativity and through music, which is on a different level than like even
it's intimate. Yeah,
it's intimate, even more than like your family or more than your best friends, or you're doing something that you wouldn't ordinarily do with them. So it's like,
yeah, absolutely.
That like strengthens your bond. But if not everybody, I guess my point is like, if everybody isn't feeling like that, you know, or there's one guy throwing off that mix, then dude, it's horrible. It can completely ruin it. I've heard of bands like going to like marriage counselors to try to work it out. Like, you know, and like, you know, not to, you know what I mean? It's like it can be crazy. But when you have that, it just makes it so much better and so much easier. Like, cause I personally I like now, okay, what for me, it's a little bit different. Like I like touring now if the tour is like right. Like you said, like
absolutely.
If the guys are right, if it's a comfortable tour, if the shows are good, whatever that situation is, But like how I used to do it, you know, like jumping in the van, being gone for who knows how long, and sleeping on couches, and like I'm too old for that now, dude. Like it's hard for me, and so like and then that's also like, you know, I'll get called for bands like for tours or whatever, and I'll be like, man, like I want to take it, like I want to take the money, but it's got to be the right situation. Like I don't know if I can get along with these guys. I don't know if these guys are going to be like, we're going to be on the same page, or they're going to be understanding about like my dietary needs or like my, you know, whatever other needs, or and vice versa. Like I don't know if these dudes are just like crazy like drug dudes or something, you know. It's like there's a lot of factors that go into it where I'm going to be stuck with these guys for months at a time, you know, or weeks at a time. And now I've really grown a liking to traveling and seeing new places and seeing old places and experiencing it in a different way. But, you know, I've liked that, but dude, I used to struggle so bad with like being homesick and like, you know, and every time I would tour, I was married. So I only did like a handful of tours when I wasn't married. So that's another reason why I'd be really homesick and like, but yeah, man, that's really cool, dude. Like, I'm really happy for you and stoked that you like get to do that. And like, it's in the right setting, and it makes sense why you've like stuck it out and like, you know, worked this thing until it's like now you guys are headlining shows and doing some cool stuff out there. It's dope, dude. And you're
thanks.
Keeping the like the real drummers, like you're like waving the real drummer flag for all of us, you know, like being out there. And like there's a lot of dudes claim that they're doing it, but they don't know anything about it, you know. It's like there's dudes that are working, and there's dudes that are like weekend warriors, and no harm, no foul. It's just I get stoked when there's a dude like you, like, cause I'm like, that's one of us out there, you know, like, you know, you've done a lot of the same things and gone after a lot of the same labels, and like, it's dope, dude. Really dope. We're proud of you.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks, dude. I mean, I think the situation kind of helped that too. Like, I mean, like I said, I moved to San Diego, and like at that point I was like, dude, I'm trying to start over, you know what I mean? Like, so I was fresh and new, you know what I mean? Like I was fresh out of like a relationship and all that stuff when I moved, but like it also gave me the luxury of being like, yo, I can take and do anything I want. I'm only making decisions for myself right now, which I think is a very important thing to consider if you are looking to be in that type of life. You know what I mean? Like if you want to be touring a lot, and you have to be comfortable with like you are going to be away from home a lot,
right? And
you're going to have to deal with those types of situations. So I was lucky that I went into it like with the mindset of like I'm starting over, I'm in a new city, like I'm fresh, I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? It might have been harder for me like if I was still living in San Jose and like dealing with the same like personal relationships I had back then. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to leave a girlfriend or a wife, you know, for months. Yeah, and I mean it's gotten better. Like it's being able to communicate with your loved ones that are at home when you're on tour is so much easier now than it used to be. Dude, like you can get like international data plans and stuff, and you can like FaceTime and text and all that stuff and send pictures. You know what I mean? And like it's crazy. Like I remember touring when I was younger, and like the only way I could like communicate was through email and MySpace, like with my girlfriend and like my family. You know what I mean? And it was like. And she would get so mad at me because she'd be like, I never hear from you. And I'm like, I don't have internet anywhere. Like, every time I find internet, I get on there and you're the first person. That's like that passion you have for it. But they don't realize that. They're just sitting at home like the computer is not active. Like, right. What is going on here?
Dude, I remember like landing somewhere and like I didn't have a computer. I didn't have there was no iPads, there was no iPhones, nothing like that. You know, and not to say, like I would always make fun of my dad's, you know, musicians, like talking about the good old days or like the olden days or whatever. But it's like, it's so funny how things have changed now, man. Like where like we'd land and the first thing you would do is go find a calling card. So you can like an international calling card somewhere. And I'd spend like the only money I had, which was like probably like $20 or $30. Like call my wife for like 5 seconds and be like, hey babe, I just want to let you know I landed safe. And like, I'll call you in a few days. And it would be like a week later. I'd be like, hey, so what's going on? You know? And it's just, that was like the only. I'd be
Yeah.
like, can you call my mom and dad and tell them that I'm safe and like, where are you at now? I'm here or whatever. And like, I remember it was like a big gap in between when I started touring again, and then I had like an iPhone, and it was just like, dude, I could like, you mean to tell me I can like FaceTime my wife now and like, I just need Wi-Fi
from the
and,
venue.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I always
totally.
I always
Like,
talk. Oh, go ahead.
It's
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I always talk about how I used to travel to listen to music too. Like when the iPod came out, it sounds so old right now, but like it was so weird, dude. I would travel with like a whole book of CDs, like a bag of batteries, and like a Discman, and like
Yes.
I got some like headphones that folded up that were like over the ear like headphones, and like that was my setup, and like I would just roll with that setup. And then I got like a DVD player, like a portable DVD player, and so then I had like a bunch of DVDs. I would bring like 10 DVDs that I would just watch all the time. And then
Avatar.
Yeah.
Avatar, right?
Avatar. It was probably Avatar, yeah, before Avatar came out.
Dude. Like that's the thing. Like, okay, like yeah. So I used to be the same way, and I'd always be like, yo, I want like a video camera and a digital camera so I can like capture all these cool places I'm going.
Yeah.
And like now it's like, dude, all I do is like before tour, I go through and I like download records on Spotify that I want to listen to on the airplane,
Yep.
and make playlists. I'll like download movies and put them on a thumb drive that I watch either on my phone or on a tablet that I bring with
that's
me.
a good
You know what I
idea.
mean? And it's like, yeah. Like I bring hundreds of movies with me because like we stay in Airbnbs a lot too, and all of those all generally have smart TVs, so you just pop a
That's
thumb
great
drive
idea.
in. We can watch movies. Yeah, and then it's like, yeah, when I have like an international data plan too, so like I can just like text. I have like a group text with my family, and then my dad. Like most people think this is super creepy, but I think it's like really adorable and cute. But my parents they track my iPhone, like that thing,
yeah.
like Find Your Friends. So they always know where I am, you know what I mean? And like a lot of people think it's kind of creepy, but I think it's super cute. They really care. So
No,
they
it's the
check
same
in
for my
just to
parents.
make sure that the phone's on the move and I'm alive.
Yeah.
But it's super funny though, because like I'll be somewhere and they'll be like, I'll probably park somewhere, and then I'll just get like a random text from my dad, be like, "Hey, I tracked your iPhone. Are you eating at this restaurant? The chicken looks really good there." I'll be like, "I am," and it is.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's hilarious.
That's totally my dad, dude. Like, so where are you at now? I should just do that. Turn on the airdrop. I mean, the follow my phone thing, and so they could see like, because if I'm on tour, dude, I'm getting texts every day. Like, so where are you at now? I'm
Totally.
like, Dad, we're still in like St. Louis or something, whatever. Like, oh, okay, let me know when you leave. I'm like, well, what? Like, okay, like, it's totally typical. So
I got
You know
a
what's tight,
question.
man? I finally got to meet your dad though, real quick. I met him at that gig at BCB, and he
Yeah.
sounded great, and you guys sounded great together.
thanks,
And
man.
you and your dad seem like you have a great relationship, and that's amazing. Because
yeah,
it
dude.
was awesome. It was nice
We-
to meet your dad.
He drives me crazy like any other, and vice versa. But no, it's really cool that we're like getting to do this together. Like my dad's never really been able to travel. He's always just seen me do it. And so like that's the whole goal. Like it's not really like about the money or anything like that. Like it's more about being able to travel and do a tour with my dad, and like have
With
him
Pops?
experience,
That's
with
tight.
Pops, and like have him like see what it's about. Dude, Pops was getting. I was just telling Phil, dude, like at the beginning of the show, Pops was getting like mobbed by chicks, dude. 61 or 62 years
Oh
old.
yeah, I was there. Oh my God, yeah, dude, your dad, yeah, dude, he has the juice, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. It's like crazy, dude. He's still got it. It's like how he was when he was younger, too, man. Like my dad will ham it up, too. He'll go out and like sing to girls and like, so I'm like, Dad, you need to play that up. And like, he's a bit out of practice, especially on that level, like doing a real show and like being out of town. And like, so when that was happening again, it was like, you could tell it got him kind of amped where he's like, oh yeah, okay. I still got it. I can still do this. I'm like, I told you.
Yeah, dude,
That's awesome.
it was
So,
tight.
what were you going to say,
It was
Phil?
real tight.
Oh, I have a
Phil.
I have a touring dudes question. So,
Okay.
one of Corey's standbys that he cannot go on tour without. I was wondering if you share the same thing. We call it a bed condom.
Yes.
Bed condom. Bed condom. Bed condom.
Okay. When I go on tour, dude, I have a checklist of things, and I would love to know if you have a checklist of things that you bring. So I have
Absolutely.
I have a plain bag that I take on the airplane. And this was on one of our previous episodes. So okay, so I have a carry-on bag, right? And it has it has a spare change of clothes, like underwear, because I have been in a situation where I didn't have anything. But I have a bag that I bring on the plane. And so I have a ritual. When I get on the plane, I have antibacteria wipes. I wipe everything off, like the screen, the touch screen, the armrest, the seatbelt, everything gets wiped off. And then I hand sanitize because I hate being sick on tour, and I always get sick on tour. Breath mints, obviously my iPad and movies and all that stuff. But one of the things that I always bring on tour with me is a sleeping bag liner that Phil calls a bed condom.
It's a bed condom.
Yeah.
And
That's funny.
because you have you ever been in Europe and you sleep at the venue? Like they have an apartment there or something, and there's bunk beds.
When we do Europe, I pack a sleeping bag.
See?
Okay.
My whole band, we have sleeping bags, and Christine, our tour manager, she bought us all compression sacks, so they squeeze up super small.
Nice.
And then also, every tour they get us sleeping mats, and we get them shipped to Europe, just in case we have to crash a floor or something like that, or it's a venue that has, we definitely, I'm on board with that one, especially for Europe. I bring a sleeping bag, dude. And it's my sleeping bag, so I'm comfortable in it, and I love it,
Right, and it feels like you're sleeping in your own after a week or two, dude. You feel like you're in your own bed. You're used to that. I've had it to where I've come home and my bed doesn't feel as comfortable as my sleeping bag or my bed condom.
Oh, that's impossible for me because I have the world's most comfortable bed. I love it. So
what?
I just I used to do the sleeping bag thing all the time too. That is a game changer because you could literally sleep
it's necessary.
anywhere. Yeah, I didn't think about a compression
and
thing though. That's a great idea. I might have to step up my game.
Yeah, to make it small. Also too, I learned I sleep on the floor a lot, even when I'm at home because it's good for your back.
Uh-huh.
So I stretch and then I'll sleep on the floor, and I'm good at that. I can as long as I have a sleeping bag, I can sleep on the floor, which is nice.
Dope. I think I'm gonna do that.
I know other guys in my group, they bring their own pillows a lot because that's a big deal for me. I don't really care.
I don't care.
I can sleep on a balled up sweatshirt. Yeah. But so on the other thing, like you, dude. So I always bring sanitary wipes. I always have a big thing of them in my carry-on bag because you need those things, right? You might need a hobo shower.
Yep.
Or also I also make sure that they're flushable too because you never know where you're going to be where there may not be TP.
Right.
So,
dude, we're on the same page, dude. That my flushable wipes go in my my gentleman's bag or whatever that has all my toiletries, my toothbrush and cologne and all that deodorant and stuff. So that I don't travel without those, dude. No way. Because same thing, you might have to take a hobo shower.
Too. Yeah, but like you said, my toiletry bag though, there's got stuff in there that I can't carry on. I don't like to do the whole travel size thing or whatever.
Yeah,
I do that a little bit, but so what I make sure I do is that in my carry-on, I have it's basically it's always my day bag. So even when I'm on tour, if I'm going to break off, say I want to go hang out with friends and stay with them, and then meet up with the tour later. If we have a day off or something, my day bag always has a toothbrush and toothpaste. You know what I mean? So I always have that. I always have and then maybe a change of clothes so that so and especially when you're flying out somewhere to have that stuff on you so if your bag gets lost you're not completely screwed.
Dude, I've done that where
with living.
I landed in Denmark and they lost my bag for 2 days and I had no deodorant. I had nothing. I had my clothes. I think I packed a black shirt and black pants just in case I needed stage clothes and I didn't have anything. And I didn't have anything for 2 days or 2.5 days. And dude, I was the stinkiest fool ever. From flying for however long, 9 hours or something, landing with no deodorant or nothing. And it didn't matter, dude. I was taking showers. It didn't matter, dude. I was just and I was a kid and I didn't know how to where to go, or like I was like scared. I didn't know what to expect. It was probably my first time there. And like, so
Sure.
from then on, it was like, okay, no. Like, no. Here's what I take in my bag at all times. Like, I have something that I could wear on the stage if I need to, like a change of clothes, like essentials, and then, bed condom goes in my carry-on bag, and like the wipies and all that stuff. And then like, that's a given though. When I land, everything gets wiped, everything, and then my hands are getting sanitized, and I'm getting comfortable. Like I have a neck pillow too that I bring that's like comfy. It's the one that you like blow up and like you can lay, like you can put in front of you and lay, like fold your arms inside of it and lay like your head on it. Total game changer.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
To be honest, like,
Go ahead. Good. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, like, the last thing I wanted to add is, like, you have to find, you said, like, getting sick on tour. That's a really big thing. So, luckily, I found stuff that I can get, like, at, like, Target stuff. I carry a lot of zinc with me.
Oh, yeah.
Because that stuff, when you're starting to feel sick, it can knock it out. So, we got recommended that you get Coldies, which are, like, these zinc lozenges, and then also Zicam, which are these melt-aways.
Yeah.
And what you do is you eat the Zicam melts away really quick, and it's a lot of zinc. And then you suck on the Coldies, which is like constant zinc for a minute. And dude, like if you start feeling sick, like it'll help you get better without going there. You don't get sick. You know what I mean? It's like prevention.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing. We call it patient zero when you're the first one to get sick, and then you get everybody sick on the tour.
Yeah. Yep.
And I don't want to be that person ever. I hate that.
Dude, zero. I have been like, I think, well, except for the last like maybe 3 years, every tour that I've done, every single one, even if it's just like a week-long tour, up the coast or something, every single one I've been like dying sick. Like, I don't know how I'm going to play tonight sick. Like every time. It's horrible, dude. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. So like that's why I'm like super germaphobe anytime we travel.
Makes sense.
And that's why
you can go to the doctor before you travel to and tell them that you want, and they'll give you like Z-Packs so you can have antibiotics on you.
Oh, that's a good idea. I normally like I normally like maybe 3 weeks or 2 weeks before I start like boosting my immune system. Like I'll start taking like echinacea and like vitamin C, vitamin B, like just boosting. And then, like I said, dude, super germaphobe on tour, like as much as I can be. Like I'm sorry, I'm not that guy. I don't want to get sick, And like, I guess the next step would be wearing like a mask, like on the plane or something. But I don't want to go that far. So. Well,
the other thing too is like the most obvious. You have to be healthy. You have to eat healthy, and like not, you have to take care of yourself. The other thing too is I carry probiotics with me too.
Yeah,
I'm high on the probiotic game. If you keep your stomach healthy, your immune system will be healthier,
I'm always dealing with that, so I always have some kind of like enzyme or something that I can take. All right, let's move this thing around, dude.
Old as AF, dude.
I know, dude. I'm like freaking
about probiotics.
Dude, we're like, dude. But this again, it's the thing that people don't realize what you have to go through as a touring musician. They think it's all like freaking big stages and lights and chicks. And like, I'm like, dude, it's very like thought out and like it's a way of life, like
bed condoms and wet wipes.
Bed condoms.
Bed condoms and flushable wipes.
Exactly. All right, let's move this thing on. We're going to do rapid fire Q&A.
Cool.
Drum Brigade Podcast.
Point.
So basically, these questions are meant to be not thought out. They're just meant to be rapid fire. All of us are going to answer too. It's not just you. All right. So rapid fire Q&A. I like we haven't put a time limit on these, but I'm wondering if we should. Like they should be like 15 to 30 seconds and under. But let's try it out. This is our first.
This is a crazy first question. What is this?
Okay. Sorry. My first question for you is a scenario. The scenario is you arrive at a gig. You meet the grumpy sound man. He doesn't greet you.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't ask you about your monitor mix. Your monitor is either too loud or too quiet. What do you do?
I ask our front of house to do it for us.
Oh, look at this.
No,
Lucky.
generally, no. You know what I do? I just the answer to that is to just you have to simplify and prioritize what you want in your monitor mix. Like, and for me, it's always just kick drum first, and then my sampler, and then if anything else, I'll hear it from stage and I'll struggle. But those two are important because if you can't hear your kick drum, you're gonna play a lot harder and you're gonna feel terrible. And then if you can't hear your sampler, who knows what you're playing?
Yeah. That's my thing. If I can't hear that thing, if I'm playing with a sampler, I need to hear that more than ever. But dude, I hate dealing with grumpy sound, man.
Mm-hmm.
I had to deal with.
Yeah,
grumpy sound,
the thing
man,
is always just like simplify, like prioritize what you want and and ask for very little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's two sides of that. Is it one, they're just grumpy and they're just a butthead, or two, do they not know what they're doing? You know what I mean?
It's true.
Phil, what do you do?
Oh man, yeah, I asked for kick drum. I definitely asked for.
But what if he's like not paying attention to you? He's like, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
I guess I just like play the gig all pissed off then.
Yeah. I've gotten into it, grumpy sound man, before, dude. Dude, I like my story is longer than like 30 seconds, 15 to 30 seconds, but like I've gotten into it where like I had to ask him to play our intro, like our walk-on music, and he did it for every other band. And he's like, I'm not going to do that. Like, he was just a total jerk, man. And it was the first day of a tour. And, like, it was because we didn't have like an iPod or anything. It was like, I handed him a CD. He's like, what am I supposed to do with this? You know, this was
Yeah,
years
totally.
ago, man. This was years ago. So like now I wouldn't do that, but, and I just kind of go, dude, what in the world is your problem? And I went about it the wrong way. And then I go, hey, are you doing this whole tour? Or are you like the whoever the headlining band was? Are you their front of house guy? And he's like, no, I work here. And I'm like, oh, all right, that's good. And he's like, what is that supposed to mean? And I'm like, well, I kind of just like take it as you can hear it, dude. Like, take it for what it's worth. Like, I'm stoked that you're not doing the whole tour, so I don't have to deal with you for the rest of the time. So then cut to like when he's at the front of the house and he's asking for my monitor mix. He's like, give me the kick. And I hit the kick like once. And he's like, yep, that's good. Snare. Yep, that's good. And I'm like, dude, I'm not even checking it. He's like not checking it at all. And then as soon as he gets to the last tom or whatever, he's like, all right, yep, great. Now you don't have to deal with it for the rest of the tour. Guitar.
What?
And I was like, bro,
Yeah.
Whoa.
I just pissed off some grumpy sound, man, dude.
Bad move.
Yo, lesson learned right there, dude. Always kill it with kindness. You know what I mean?
And that's what I
Like,
try to do
just
every time now. You know,
Yeah, soundmen are a lot like food service.
yeah, you don't want him to spit in your
hold on.
food, dude.
No, yeah.
Soundmen are a lot like food service, man. They're like, food service, they can spit and do stuff to your food. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, soundmen are the same. They can just ruin your night. So
It's true.
they're in a position of power, dude. You gotta like,
Be nice.
Dude.
What would you
you
do,
gotta
Corey?
fluff them up.
I'd be like, hey man, what's up?
Walk off the gig.
Yeah, no, I would honestly, dude, these days, I'd probably just power through it
Yeah.
and just be like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to get through it. And like, I normally try to like please the sound man by just making it super easy and just being like, hey man, if I can just get like a general like house mix, I'm good. Whatever you can do. And if they seem nice enough, then I'll be like, hey man, can I get a little bit more kick if it's cool? Like, and just try to make them happy. But I don't like when it's like, hey man, can I get like a little bit of kick? And they're like, first of all, why are you asking me that? I'm like, bro, like I'm sorry. Like, I don't like when it's like, I'm getting it to it. Yeah. Just, or like, can I get kick, please? Like, it's just like, dude, calm down. Like, why are you so mad, dude? Just like that.
Don't hit the button.
Down. Yeah, I gotta calm
We
down.
already
I'm gonna
had
hit the
this
soapbox.
We already had
dude.
that soapbox.
Yeah. Grumpy sound man gets me pissed off, dude.
Yo,
So-
Corey, that I also in other situations too, man. Like, I might bring like that EAD, the thing I showed you the other day.
Yeah.
I
And then
want
I
one
don't
of
need
those.
anyone to do sound for me. Yeah, I just like have my own in-ear mix. Like, I can do it myself.
That's true.
That's what's up.
I should do that more often. I need
Yeah.
to get one of those first of all, but yeah, like
Your face was priceless when I turned it on for you. You were just like, dude,
Dude, yeah. that thing is like was not what I expected, and it's so dope. It's
Yeah.
so dope.
Yeah, right.
Not what I
Hell
expected.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really dope. So
I
yeah,
should work for Yamaha.
dude, we could probably get some deal through somewhere or someone. Like there's some connection where we could probably get one.
We should get one.
Yeah.
Do a
Are you talking
review.
about a dude like with like a truckload of them, like in the alley? He's like, yeah, man, I got this.
There's a black market somewhere for drum stuff, dude. There's gotta be, dude.
It's drum
Tell me
flip.
where that is, dude. I want to go.
Yeah, it's a drum flip, dude. It's in Vista.
Prices.
All right, let's move on to the next question. Phil, ask the next question, please.
Okay, so Kevin, if you could order a dinosaur as a pet, which dinosaur would you get? Any dinosaur.
Dude, I would want one that I could ride,
Yeah.
but I've always been I loved like Triceratops,
Yeah.
like growing up. Like,
Wait, which
remember
ones
the
are those?
Dinobots came out? The one with the three horns
Oh yeah.
and like the giant ear looking things, you know?
Yeah.
Like when the Dinobots came out on Transformers, like Grimlock was sick, but like the Triceratops one was like, that was my guy. I was like, dude.
Yes. Triceratops.
Dude, I'm going Brontosaurus Rex.
What?
I don't know what
That's
I'd
not
feed
a
it.
dinosaur.
Yeah, it is Brontosaurus.
Vegetarian.
Because
Brontosaurus.
he's vegetarian. Yeah.
Oh, but you threw me off with
Yeah, vegetarian.
Rex.
Brontosaurus Rex.
That's Tyrannosaurus Rex, dude.
They're both
Rex.
Rexes, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
I'm going with Brontosaurus because we could both eat veggies. And like
Yeah.
either that or I'm going with Stegosaurus because I want to feel what those things feel like, dude, on the top of his back, like his spine.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I want to see what those plates feel like, dude. Are they bony? Are they like rubbery?
Yeah, I don't know,
I don't
man.
know, man.
They're not rubbery. I'm
They look
sure of it. Dude.
pretty sure they're sharp.
How
yeah.
would you know though, dude?
They're prehistoric, dude. Prehistoric. Everything in my head, prehistoric is hard. Like,
Well,
petrified.
actually, yeah. To come to think of it, if you see like the skeleton of a Stegosaurus, those things are bones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things are hard, dude.
Man, that's crazy.
All right,
Phil,
Phil, what's yours?
I would get a pterodactyl.
pterodactyl?
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Fly that thing around or
Fly
what?
around. I think they're small enough that I could bring them in a house or like a movie theater or go into
Are they small?
7-Eleven.
I think they're big, Phil.
Yeah, but the wings
I
fold
think
up.
they're big, dude.
I think they're small enough, like they could fit through some doors.
Oh my god.
Smaller than a Brontosaurus Rex.
That thing would be huge, dude. That thing is not coming in my house, bro.
Yeah, where are you gonna keep
Yeah,
that
you'd have
thing?
to leave it at like the San Diego Zoo.
Yeah.
Just go visit it.
I want to go flying.
Dude. Phil, you got us all beat on that one. You've been watching Avatar too much, bro.
You've been.
I like how I like how your first thought was like, I want one that I can bring home to mom.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Dude, mine's all about like feeding it vegetables. I just don't want it to eat like I don't want a T-Rex. It's like it might eat my cats, you know? Like I like my cats, Phil.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, that was a really good question. It got down to like the core of all of us. Like,
Totally.
Phil's like a really sweet guy. He's like, I want one I can bring home to my mom that I can fit in through
Yeah,
the door. You wanted a vegetarian one. I was like, dude, I want one that just like chills, you know, like looks good and chills.
You can tell a lot about these questions, man. All right, I'm gonna skip a few. Let's go to another scenario. You get your check at the end of a tour. They accidentally add a 0 on your check. What do you do?
I would tell them.
Me too.
I'd be like, yo, something happened here. And then they'd be like, no, it's a bonus. And I'd be like, sick.
You're like, I'm getting EADs or whatever for Phil and Corey.
Yes.
EADs, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm letting him know right away. I'm like, hey, man, I think you made a mistake here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we're honest. See? Okay,
Well,
what happens
if you want to
Well, I
gig
mean-
again, it's good to.
Yeah. You just cash it. It's an extra
Yeah,
0.
at-
What happens if they left off a 0? I tell them.
same
Yeah,
thing.
Definitely would
Just
tell
tell
them too.
that's a
Yeah.
terrible scenario. Who wrote these
That
things?
one's easy.
I'm pretty fortunate. I'm not uncomfortable talking about money with stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like I do it pretty tactfully too. You know what I mean?
I get weird, dude. Like, if it's, I don't want to bring it up, man. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't like the negotiating thing. Like, I don't like if I'm like, well, like if I'm getting hired, like most of the tours that I do now are like I'm hired on. I don't like going like, here's what I need to do it. Like, and then them going like, well, I can't really do that. Like maybe you're not your guy. And then I miss out on everything, like it's weird. It stresses me out. And like,
you know what I think is really important when you're taking gigs and dealing with money? I think it's really important that you're not like in dire need of that money and relying on that money. You know what I mean? Like if you are like broke and you really need money, taking a tour is not the answer to that, because one, you won't have money for the tour and you'll be like pinching pennies and stressed. And then also after a tour, it takes a while to get paid sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you want to be in a position where you're just like chilling and you're just like, yeah, give me. You want to be comfortable enough where like you can be like, yeah, I'll take the money when you got it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yeah, like you don't want it to be weird like that. You want to be like, where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money?
Dude,
you know what I mean? Like, it's not a good look.
I can't stand that though. Like when you think it's something and then it ends up not being something like that you thought. Like, I mean, I'm normally very clear on like, especially for tours, like here's what it's going to take for me to do it. But like on a gig, I was like way off on the amount on a gig this one time. Like it got booked like months in advance. And then we did the gig and the guy comes up to me and he goes, so how much did I tell you that we were getting? And I was like $150 off. And the guy's like, no, that's not what we agreed on. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure. And then I was like pissed off, like, dude, why are you like lying to me? Like, I feel like you're lying to me because I wouldn't just make up a number. But it was my bad. I got it mixed up and like, yeah. So if it's like they left a zero off, I'm bringing it up and I'm being like, hey, like, I'm going to be discreet about it and be like, did we have something else like in mind? Because this is what I thought. Like, or is this an honest mistake? Did you just happen to write this quickly and leave off a zero? Or like, what's the deal?
Yeah, I like this. The way that most people that I work with, they'll give you like a base pay. Like they'll be like, you'll get a day rate of this, you'll get this for per diem. And then if the tour does really well, like, say like you sell everything in merch and like the shows are selling out and whatever, then you get like a bonus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think is amazing. But like either that way though, you still go into the tour knowing exactly like a number, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you know what you're getting a day, which is really good. And like most times people will tell you that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I try to keep it like,
it's work.
Like, for every tour that I've ever done, dude, like for like, the bands that I'm like not in, I should say, like, it's like, there's nobody getting a bonus if you're hired. It's like what you agreed on is what you're getting. And if you get any more than that, it's like even down, like for me, it's even down to like per diem or anything like that. It's like anything extra or anything lost is not my problem. It's like, this is what you agreed to. This is what you're getting to the penny. And that's it, and like,
sure.
I try to be really clear on like, hey, if this happens, if there's fees, like if I'm getting charged for extra baggage, like that's all needs to be covered. And like, yeah, it's hard to like, I hate that process of booking a tour, but it is what it is. It's like part of it, So.
Yeah. The challenging one is like when they ask you and they're just like, well, what do you want to do this tour? And it's like, you're like, oh, wow. Like you want to be paid correctly. Right.
Yeah.
But you're also like, man, like, I don't want to lowball it,
Yeah,
and you don't want to highball it too. So I always say, I'm always just like, like I'm down for what's fair, but just like, let me know what you think is fair.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you if I can do that, if I can make that work or not.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm always like, well, let me know what your budget is, man. Cause like I can give you a number and then that can like be way out of your realm. But like, this is what I typically would get, and like, I'm going through that right now with like a student's mom wants to book me for a session, but she doesn't. I think she's thinking that it's going to be like you teach my kid and like, I'm going to give you like, we're going to record my songs. And I'm like, yeah, I want to help you out, but like, I don't really do sessions for free, girl. Like I'm not in your band,
Yeah.
Like, and so she's like, yeah, are you still interested in like recording some songs? And I'm like, yeah, I'm down. Like and so I had to kind of hit her with the like, is there any compensation for this session? And then she's like, oh, I haven't really done this with like outside of being in a band, so I don't really know what's your rate. And now I'm like, oh my God. What do I say? What do I tell
her? A day
her?
rate.
I know, but like, dude, she can't afford my day rate, man. Like, it's like I want to tell her what like a normal day rate is, but I'm like, maybe I just like tell her like $100 or something, just so that
Yeah, that's fair. You know, I mean, if you want to hook some up, just be like, you would just give them a number of like, what if I just had like a gig today, like a gig where I played like a, you know, like a bar or something, and like you know, normally you want like 100, 125 bucks, 150. Just be like, yeah, if we're gonna be in there for like all day, like, can you float me $100 for the day, you know,
Yeah.
and then maybe get lunch?
Yeah, exactly. Totally. So
Yeah, just make it worth your time, you know.
yeah. Phil, did you answer that one?
No.
What would you do? What would you do, dude? Come on.
Wait, what was the question again?
They accidentally left a zero off.
Bed condom.
Dude, you asked that question so long ago. I
I
said,
know it's supposed to be 15 seconds.
I know. I said that. That's not so rapid fire, dude.
Sorry.
I said. I already said I would let him know. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Thanks,
pretty-
Phil, for that.
That's a quick one.
in-depth answer, bro.
There you go.
All right.
It's rapid fire
Rapid
question.
fire.
All right, pick one, Phil. Go for it. We're going to do 2 more.
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
then we're moving on to Would You Rather.
Oh, you're about to be
Okay.
executed. What is your last meal?
Oh, my gosh. I already know what mine
Ooh,
is.
man.
Hands down.
Dude, that's hard. Okay. Man, I love food. I don't know, man.
I know mine. It's like
Dang.
straight up. I already know what it is.
I want to
What's
hear
yours?
Kevin's first.
All right.
You know what would be more important to me is that I could have a meal with the people that I enjoy eating with.
Oh, that's
Oh.
so
I don't really
nice.
care about the food all so much because it'll always be bomb. It's the last meal. It's gonna be super killing. But like, I'd want to eat it with like my parents and stuff like that, and be like, dude, I messed up, dude. They're killing me tomorrow. So let's really enjoy this.
Dude, I'm going in on all the food that I can't eat. So I'm getting a large pepperoni pizza.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Ooh.
pepperonis. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going for it.
Going for it.
And I'm just extra cheese, dude. Ranch dressing. I'm dipping it in ranch. And like maybe a 2 liter of Pepsi or Coke. I'm going for it.
Oh, that's right. You're vegan, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Last meal though, dude, I'm going in pizza. Large New York style pizza, and I'm eating the whole thing and not feeling bad about it.
Do it.
And if not
Oh,
that,
you know what, dude?
I'm getting a freaking Big Mac supersized. It's so
Dude,
dumb.
after
It's like
being
fast
vegan
food.
and eating a whole pizza, they may not have to execute.
I
You
know,
might just kill
straight
yourself,
up,
dude.
dude. Straight up pepperoni pizza with ranch.
Yeah, dude, just like death by diarrhea, dude.
Oh,
Like,
That's the thing, though. That's the whole point. Is like if you're gonna kill me, you're gonna have something to clean up, fools. That's why I'm eating a pizza, dude. Phil, what you got?
Oh man, all I can think about is burritos.
You eat that every day, fool.
I know, but I love them
tried
still.
and true San Diegan, dude.
I love
it, dude.
burritos.
That's
The best food ever
you
made.
got
Maybe.
roots, bro. What's your burrito move?
I mean, I usually I'm a vegetarian, so I usually just do like beans and rice
Chili relleno?
and pico and guac.
That sounds bomb, dude. Let's
Oh,
get
you're
burritos
vegetarian
after
too,
this.
Phil?
Yeah.
Dude.
Hey, bro. Hey, real talk. El Zarape in University Heights, chili relleno burrito. It is
Yeah.
fire, dude.
That's the jam.
Yeah, dude. That's the jam. So when you're in town gigging, go hit it up, dude.
Damn.
Phil's literally writing this
It's-
down right now.
I need to write that
Dude,
down.
it is so good, dude. It's like their chili rellenos are delicious, and then they put the enchilada sauce in there too, dude.
Oh,
It's
man.
fire, dude.
I
Well,
love
So
chili
good.
relleno.
What
It's
was
the
it
best
called again?
vegetarian. The restaurant El Zarape, ELZARAPE.
Okay.
It's the one in
Free
University Heights
advertisement.
too.
I'm going
Bruh.
there. I'm going to
Bruh.
tell
They'll
him
give
Kevin
us a-
sent
It's
me.
my favorite it's my favorite San Diego burrito, actually.
That's dope. All right, next question.
Yeah.
3 things
Got it.
people
Good.
may not know about you. 3 things rapid fire, things people might not know about you.
One, I'm generally pretty gassy, so I fart a lot. Two, I really like eating. I really like food. So I like cooking, and I like eating, and I like eating food with people and experiencing new food. So like I'm really into food. 3, Oh man,
It's a hard.
I don't know. I'm blanking. Yeah, third one. You know what? I don't have like any television service. All I do is watch YouTube all day.
Nice.
That's good. That's good. Man, I can't really think of
Yeah.
them. What about you, Phil?
Ah, well, you know so much about me already.
But people may not know.
I don't.
I also fart a lot. I think it has to do with my vegetarian diet.
Yes.
My family knows this. I don't believe in a dinosaur called Brontosaurus Rex.
Wow. Dang.
What is? Oh man, the third one is hard. I like. Dang it! Bomb. I like playing Minecraft with my son.
Oh, snaps.
Whoa. Oh, you have a son? That's tight. How old's your son?
Oh, there you go. I have a son. Boom.
years
He's
old?
4.
4, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
that's
another one
tight,
on the
dude.
way, dude.
Got another one coming out in October.
Dang, dude, you're good at that.
I am.
All right, here's my 3. Let's see. You guys know, but a lot of people don't know that I also fart a lot. I have a thing called IBS. So I got more than that going on in my stomach, man. I got problems with my stomach. A lot of people don't know that I'm mad crazy about motocross and supercross. Like I watch every race there is for the whole season. I watch everyone, and like I know all the riders. I listen to podcasts about it. Like I'm a nerd about motocross and supercross.
That's tight, dude.
And like I keep it on the down low because it's kind of like not everybody thinks it's like stupid hillbilly stuff or whatever, but like it's not. It's there's skill and there's a lot to it with me.
Do you ride?
Well, that's my third one. So a lot of people don't know that I used to ride. I used to be pretty serious about it, and I used to be pretty good at it. And I had a crash where I shattered my ankle and my heel.
Ooh.
And I have
Ooh.
like 12 screws in my heel from that crash on my kick drum foot. And
that's why it's fast, dude. Like bionic foot.
Yeah, right. That's why it's slow. Dude, my foot used to be so much faster before that accident. Like I used to get comments all the time on like, dude, you got a fast foot, man. How'd you get so fast on your foot? And then I had that crash and couldn't use my foot for 5 months, and I had to play drums with a double kick pedal and use my left foot as my kick drum foot.
Damn.
And then I would rest my broken foot on my kick drum. And so people were like, how is he playing kick drum? And I'd have to have my hi-hat closed all the time. It was terrible.
Bro, I did that for a tour because I sprained my ankle in the middle of the tour. And so I played 7 shows like that.
Dude, it's rough. It's a
Sick.
struggle, man. I had to do everything with my left foot. Drive with my left foot, everything. It sucks.
Yeah, man. Corey, we keep finding things in common that we're just like, dude, are we the same person?
I know. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. So yeah, that's
Those fart a lot. Yeah, it's tight.
I also like food too, but I just can't have any of it. So all right, cool. So that's rapid fire. Now we're gonna move on to Would You Rather, and then that's it. And unless you're not down to go to Would You Rather.
No, I'm down. This has been a great time, man. I mean,
All right.
I would
Awesome.
just do this in general, even without recording. You know, I just like to talk about stuff.
This is why we do our show like this, though, and it's not like, so how did you get your start in drumming? Like, so you can be a repeat like guest anytime you want, or in studio too. Like, you can come on anytime, and
That'd be fun.
we can literally have the same interview, and it'll be different. It'll be dope. So,
Dude, one of these days we should do the how I got my start in drumming, because something just happened recently that was like amazing, and like, yeah, I'll let you guys know.
See,
but
now-
for another day.
Okay.
Dang.
Well, you'll definitely do that,
Cliffhanger.
but all right, cool.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, leaving them wanting more. Would you rather? Here we go.
Drum Brigade Podcast.
Yes. You just make that one yesterday?
Yeah, bro. Love it.
I like the residual hand claps after. It's like,
Yeah. Here, I want to do a different one. I think I did that one for this one. Let me try this one. This is a new one too.
Drum Brigade.
Drum Brigade, Drum Brigade.
Yes.
Drum Brigade, Drum Brigade.
All right. Would you rather?
All right.
Rapid
That
fire.
Ableton heat.
All right. Which is better, Alien or Predator?
Ooh, I like Predator.
Wow. I'm Alien.
I'm Predator.
Dang. Cats or dogs?
I like the Governor, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, he's not in both. Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, sorry. I asked the next question, but Alien when I was little, dude. Maybe it was Aliens, which is the one where the guys would get in those giant robots and
That's aliens.
aliens, and then one of the dudes gets
plural.
one of the dudes gets split in half on that one.
Yeah,
And
the
there's
android.
like his juices are like going everywhere, and then he's still like talking, but he's like half of a person.
Yeah.
I accidentally saw that when I was a little kid, and I was like completely terrified. That's probably why I have stomach problems now, because I was like terrified. Like my mom had to like seriously like have a serious talk to me and was like, "That's not what you think it is. It's special effects for movies." And I'm just like, "How could that happen?
Why is
was
he
still
filled with
talking."
milk?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, it looks like milk going everywhere. It's like so bad now. But I was just like, I don't know why that scared the crap out of me. But I still liked that movie when I was younger. Your
Yeah,
Predator.
dude, Predator got the
Yeah.
dope weapons though, dude.
Predator.
He got
all
the
way.
arsenal, dude.
I don't think I've seen
Yeah.
Predator even till this day.
Are you kidding?
Oh, then how can you answer this
You
question?
can't
I
even
don't
answer
know.
that question.
It's one of Phil's questions. I don't know.
Maybe next Brigade we'll just watch Predator.
Isn't there
Reaction.
Aliens versus Predator?
Yeah, those don't count so
There is?
much. I
Okay.
think Predator to me is the first two.
Wow.
Second one's got Danny Glover. Come
Dang.
on. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
so good.
Cats or dogs?
dogs. I'm allergic
Bro.
to cats.
Bruh. Phil,
Dogs. I'm
Oh.
also
I love
allergic to
them.
cats.
are you sniffling right now? Because I got 2 cats and we're at my house.
It's not so bad. You run a tight ship over here.
Well, my wife vacuumed before
Yeah.
he came over. I'm definitely cats all the ways. I like dogs, but my cats, dude, are my kids. I love my cats, man.
I think they're great animals. I want to be able to pet them, but I can't.
Here's the thing, man. It's just like on Meet the Parents, where he's like I don't remember the exact line, but he's like, cats, like you have to earn their affection, and dogs just love you no matter what. Like they're like, oh, it's
That's
a
not
person,
true.
Totally not true.
dude.
That's not true, dude.
And cats are easy, man. They're just like they don't need your attention. They're like, just feed me, fool. And then they
Yeah, but
just
you
do
know what
their
though,
thing.
man? A dog will be like, "Take me outside." A cat will be like, "I'm just gonna poop right here."
That is true. My cats do that. Well, first of all, my cats are just like me and my wife. My cat, Max, like he's been on a couple Drum Brigade videos. He's exactly like me, dude. He's got stomach problems. He has issues, dude. He's like scared of people a little bit. Like he's hiding out in our room right now because Phil's here. But like
He's
he'll-
anxious, huh?
Yeah, he'll like he has like social anxiety, but then he likes people. He definitely likes people. I totally like people, but like, dude, like if I'm playing a show, like I kind of want to just hide out. Like I don't really want to like socialize and like, yeah, he's like that. He's like, yeah, he'll use his litter box and then like run out as fast as he can mid poop, dude. And it's like flinging everywhere. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's just like, he can't handle it, dude. He's like, he's throwing up all the time. He's got stomach problems, man. Leave him alone.
I'm not attacking him, dude. I just said he poops where he likes, and it's true.
Yeah. All right,
they.
a couple more, dude. Blondes or brunettes?
I guess brunettes. That's generally what I've dated more, I guess.
Brunettes.
Wait. Let me ask you, what's her mind like?
It's rapid fire, dude. Would you rather?
Nah, dude. Like, what's her family like? Is she close with her family? I need to know the deets.
Is the whole family brunette? Or are they?
yeah. There you go. Yeah. Is she really brunette, or is like everyone's dyeing their hair nowadays?
Dude. Phil, we obviously know your wife is blonde, so
Yeah.
if
Yep.
you say brunette, it's
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah.
My wife is black, so my wife is, I guess, brunette. Like, I don't really know. It'd be crazy if my wife was blonde. My ex-wife
Oh
is
man,
blonde,
I'm not.
and I'm not feeling that.
I don't have a wife.
Yeah, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I can't contribute. I can't contribute. Yeah.
If I have a preference
wife.
these days, I think. I mean, maybe this is like I don't know. I don't know if that's a good question. I mean, who knows? We're learning about your preference. I guess.
It's fine. It's fine. I you know what, blonde or brunette, I want to hang out with someone who's just down.
I like that.
That's all that matters to me.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Phil, you pick one.
Cake or pie?
Oh boy.
Oh man, I like cake now, but when I was younger, it used to be pie. But now I like cake.
No, I'm in cake.
I'm just cruising down Pie Street. I freaking love pie.
Really?
Yeah, there's so many different types.
Nah, they're too tart for me.
You
Tell
can
me
have
where Pie
savory
Street is,
pie.
and maybe I'll visit it.
You
Yeah.
can have savory
Ooh,
pie.
That's a solid point, dude. I do love myself a chicken pot pie, dude.
Ooh, oh, I didn't think about that.
There's more variety.
Yeah.
That is true. I love the crust and this thing on the top. Is that the crust too?
Sure.
Yeah, that's the crust.
I have a different version. Would you rather? So it's a Mary Kill F. Okay.
Okay.
We got
you're Mary Killer Father.
yes. Okay, there we go.
I gotta take care of it.
All right. So Guitar Center, Sam Ash, or Musician's Friend. Mary Kill F.
Wait, isn't Musician's Friend is owned by Guitar Center, isn't
Is it? Okay, then Sweetwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sweetwater.
Yeah, Sweetwater all the way. So I would marry Sweetwater and then make sweet water to it. And I would definitely kill Guitar Center because
Definitely.
oh god, dude, it's Guitar Center. You know what's crazy though? I used to love going there as a kid because I just loved being around drum stuff.
Yeah.
And it was close. And little known fact, I should have put this, but in 1998 I won the regional Guitar Center.
Oh, really?
Woo!
Dang, we
Yeah,
were like
I went
probably
to
around
nationals.
we were probably around the same time. I won before that. It was probably 1995. Maybe.
Oh, that's before they had nationals.
Yeah, I think. Well, I didn't even go. Like, I wasn't even trying to go. I just was like, I did
went
the
to
first one.
they flew me there and like I got the kit, dude.
Really?
Tight.
Damn.
Yeah, I won the kit.
Wow.
I didn't win the V drums or the money though.
Dang.
But I got a free trip out to. I met Dinah Gretsch at that, and I got a free trip out to NAMM that year. That was my first year at NAMM.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Young 18-year-old Gooch at NAMM.
Wow. I did it like
Yeah.
I didn't have anything planned. I didn't do anything. I just went up there and like grooved on some pocket and then did a few fills and that was it. And then I just got a certificate that said you won like this round. And I was like, cool. Never went back. I'm like, I ain't trying to do that. Even back then, I was like, man, camaraderie rather than competition. I'm out.
Nice.
Dude, so in San Francisco, like doing the drum off, I've done drum off with like a few drummers that have become very famous.
Yeah.
Like I competed against Johnny Rabb.
Really?
What?
Yeah, Justin Brown.
Dude, what?
Yeah, totally. I've known Justin Brown since like we were like in high school.
He's
I've
like
known
one
him
of my
since he was, like,
favorite dudes
13.
right now.
Dude, he's awesome, dude. Next time he's in town, we can all hang, dude. He's really awesome.
Yes.
His new album is super dope.
Wait, he has a record?
It's like what is that? NYS something.
Oh, sick. I just saw him at Sasquatch with Thundercat, and I was like, dude, this is unreal.
Yeah, he's on another level. I'll send you
unreal,
that
dude.
album, dude. It's so stupid, dude.
Oh.
It's so good.
Please do.
Okay, so I'm the same as you, dude. I'm marrying Musician's Friend, Sweetwater.
Sweetwater?
I'm killing Guitar Center.
Yeah,
And
dude.
I'm effing with Sam Ash.
Sweetwater got that dope recording studio.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about Sam Ash.
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah,
Sam
Sam
Ash is
Ash.
like yeah. It's better than Guitar Center.
Side
Phil?
note, yeah.
Definitely marry Sweetwater because I got that excellent customer service.
She's a sweetheart, man.
Yeah.
She can fill all your needs too for no interest.
I'm gonna F Guitar Center though.
Really?
Yeah. Because you can still go there and try things out. And Sam Ash, I'm just gonna kill because it's like
Who needs it?
It's like Guitar Center, but less available. You can't even find them.
That's true.
It's like the same thing.
You make
but
some good
they're-
points, Phil.
They don't like. I haven't been to one in years.
Dude.
You know,
Like-
I agree with you, Phil, because I feel like Guitar Center, you can like do it dirty and it'll still be there for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you really need, just like if you gotta get a snare drum head like right now, you can go get one.
Yeah. Yeah. You
And they're
can get it.
everywhere. They're
Yeah.
And then
everywhere.
you can just walk out with, you can go in there and use it and abuse it
Yeah.
and then leave and not buy anything.
It's like Taco Bell. If you just have to have, like, if you really need some kind of burrito,
It's
it can
always there for
happen.
you.
It's disgusting and makes you feel gross about yourself.
Yeah.
But
Very well said, Phil. I'm with you. I
It's
would like
there.
to change mine formally now. Dude, Kevin, thanks for coming on, man. This has been awesome.
yeah, seriously.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This has been the Drum
Thanks for
Brigade
having
show, and we're gonna have you on again soon, or maybe have you come on with like one of the other dudes, like Fig or Matt Smith or something. So we'll
Sounds
chat
good,
about
man.
it, and then we'll get together and shed soon, and keep you involved in the show as well. So
Yeah, I'm honored to be part of the Brigade, man. Thanks.
awesome, man. Thanks. Have a good day.
All right, same to you.
Later.
Later, guys.
See ya.
Drum Brigade Podcast.
All right.
Yeah, dude, that dude's awesome, man.
He's so awesome.
Dude, you guys should all go follow. I forgot to ask him.
Kevin Higuchi.
Yeah, I forgot to ask him how they can get in touch with him. But it's how about this? When we post it, we'll post it on the Drum Brigade show. The links to all of his information, and you can click on it. It'll be an easy click, and then
Yeah.
you can just like reach out to him. That way, he's a great drummer, dude, and he's a great teacher. That dude's awesome. He's like a really good drummer, though. Like,
Super good.
I can't
Good
say that
riffs.
enough, man. I've shedded with that dude a lot, and he's like a really good drummer. So, anyways, we have to wrap our show. Oh yeah, okay. So if you guys want to reach out to him on Instagram, his handle is Mr. the Gooch, MrTheGuch, Mr. the Gooch, Kevin Higuchi. And then you can always see him on tour with Jeff Rosenstock and others. Sometimes he'll do the local jam with the local jazz jam out here with Gilbert Castellano. And like, yeah, Kevin's a dude, like he's one of our homies. Anyways, we have to wrap this show. That was a really long show.
It's great.
I have a
Good
soapbox,
combo.
but I'm going to save it for next week because our soapbox, I had a pretty good week, and I don't want to get on the soapbox that I had because it'll get me going.
Mm-hmm.
It'll get me going. And I actually have like a couple, so we're going to save this soapbox for next week. We don't need to get into it this week. And we don't need to get in the question of the day because we had plenty of questions of the day with the Gooch. So we'll ask the question of the day next week with our next guest, Funky Phil.
It's been real.
It has been real. It's been a really good show.
Yeah.
Man, having an interview is like a game changer. All right, that's the Drum Brigade show. Yes, sir. Woo. Woo. Drum Brigade, Drum Brigade, Drum Brigade, Drum Brigade.
When you explain your dress codes, your politics, your life, and when I read your lips, you're only trying to find.
Bed condom. Bed condom.